Hello and welcome back everyone, it's time for another episode of Pimp My Waifu, well arguably the first, and this week we're gonna pimp a waifu alright, no question about it. The subject in question is a lovely lady indeed by the name of Erina Nakiri, I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but anyway, she's from the manga and anime series of Shokugeki no Soma, or Food Wars in English. So for those who haven't seen or read the series, it's basically a cooking series. It's about a large group of people at a cooking school, and well, they basically compete in various ways to become the best there is, and Erina Nakiri is one of the top tier chefs out of all the students. At least officially speaking, I can't really say too much without spoiling, but yeah. I personally have only watched the 2 seasons of the anime that exists out there. I've not taken a shot at the manga. I probably won't either, but that's because it's the type of series that for me personally work better animated. But that is not to say that it's not an enjoyable thing to read, that's just my personal opinion on the matter. So anyway, this was one of the requests I got last week when I asked who you guys wanted me to use for the next Pimp My Waifu. The request was by Waifu Tuesdays, and while this wasn't the first request I got, I wanted to keep some diversity since in the introduction episode I did brand issues from Fairy Tail. The request that I actually got first, that I'm considering doing later on, was Natsu with very specific instructions, and I will most likely do that next week. I was asked to do Erina Nakiri as a naughty doctor, which I'll be honest was a very hard thing for me to pull since, well, I'm not an expert at Photoshop by any means, so my skills are very limited, but I did come up with something that I personally think ended up okay. The theme may have strayed from naughty doctor to something closer to insane or psychotic doctor, but that's just what happens sometimes. I also didn't alter Erina herself too much. I gave her a background setting to add to it as well, because if I didn't, it would most likely have been a very plain video. As you will see in the video, I did kinda struggle to bring out the doctor theme itself to some extent. I even had to cut in a separate body belonging to some kind of a nurse and stick a medic badge on her for it to stand out, because I think that without that, it would be very difficult to tell that the theme was a doctor or a nurse. Of course, to add that naughty, or as it turned out, psychotic flair, I did have to replace her mouth and experiment with her eyes, which I think turned out alright given what it is. Well, and of course having the background with Soma, who's another character in the series of Food Wars, kinda wrapped up in a prison cell. I don't know why, but I felt like that needed to be in the video, and so I made it happen. It really puts Erina and Soma's relation in perspective, at least as far as the anime goes. Again, I don't read the manga, so I don't know if they've had any further development. Well, there you go, the final product. I hope I did not disappoint you, Waifu Tuesdays, with the result. I have a very kinky sense of art, I think. I can't help it. Anyway, that will be it for this episode of Pimp My Waifu. Comment down below with your thoughts, and as always, if you did, please like this video if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you're new to my channel. This has been your favorite host, Perm, and I'll see you soon.